All right, guys, so what I'm going to be explaining today is how to explain the documents at the end of SaraPlus, right? So after you finish the whole process, you've picked out the phones, but you haven't paid for the taxes yet, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to explain each one of these digital documents, all right? So let's go ahead and hop right into it, okay? So first one's first, I'm going to start down here. Basically what I'm telling the customer is everything that I do read, I'm going to be sending over to your email. This is the email that we have listed for you. Right? And then I'll confirm by telling them, hey, so it was, in this case, we're just using a demo account, but demo@demo.com, right? Awesome, customer confirms it, then we put their phone number in there. Now, just a heads up, the phone number is generally listed right here, so I can usually, just post exactly what it says, but you want to confirm that with a customer as well. So after you do that, then you're gonna hit check, and you're gonna just hit save and move on to the next one. All right, these are the actual documents that we're going to be reading to the customer. Now, what I'm going to do when I'm talking to the customer is I'm going to click on it and then I immediately turn it towards them and I start scrolling like this, okay, and then explaining. So here's what I'm going to be explaining with the customer. Okay, Mr. Customer, so this is a 63 long page document. Basically what this document is talking about is the kind of towers AT&T uses, where they're located. It's unlimited everything, talk, text data in Canada, Mexico, United States, US territories, and all over the place. We're gonna be sending this over to your email anyway, so you can read it on your own. Then I'm gonna move right on to the next one. Now in this case, I decided to choose an iPhone 11 for this demo, right? But for the customer, you're going to zoom right in on that price and you're going to say, all right, Mr. Customer, this is the normal cost of the phone, right? That's the actual value that you're getting. Obviously, you're not going to be paying $500, right? You're getting, $400 off or however much that they're receiving in trade-in promotions. But you're going to tell them that's how much the value of the phone is, as well as what kind of phone it is. Then you're going to talk about this next one. This is talking about the data itself. So this is talking about they're getting unlimited everything, talk, text, data, the whole shebang, as well as hotspot data, depending on what plan that they have. After I do that, I hit each one of these things on the back. Then I click sign and I give the customer the iPad like this and say, all right, this is just signing for the terms that I've read so far. And then I have them sign their little thing, right? So they take it and they sign it. We hit submit, and then we move on to the next one, the Affordable Connectivity Program. So this one, Mr. Customer, is talking about AT&T Wi-Fi. If you do qualify for the Wi-Fi and it's in your area, you can get it. It's $55 a month for the lowest amount of gigabytes, and that's just if you decide to. This is just something that I do have to read. Then hit close, and then once again, I hit I agree and sign, and I give this to the customer one more time. This is signing saying that I did read about the Affordable Connectivity Program. The customer does their signature, you hit submit, you hit next, and then we move on to the final documents. All right, okay, so I'm gonna click on the first one. Okay, Mr. Customer, this is talking about what's next. Now, I'm sure you've probably already heard me say this, but during COVID, I'm not allowed to sit here and just pass out phones all day long. They overnight the phone to your house. You should get it by tomorrow, but it's 1 to 3 days for you to receive your phone. Also, in 2 weeks, we're going to be sending you guys a pre-labeled, prepaid for, pre-everything envelope. All you have to do is take your old phone, stick it in the envelope, stick it in the mailbox, you're done. Super simple. This is only after you have your new phone, you've been playing around with it for a while. Then move on to the promotion details. Now I look the customer in the eye and I say, all right, this is the most important thing, so pay attention, okay? Your third bill from now, Mr. Customer, is gonna be a lot cheaper than what I quoted you. I quoted you for $120 every month, but your third bill, it's only gonna end up being like 75 bucks. But the reason why it's so cheap is because it takes 2 billing cycles for that bill credit to kick in. Because it takes, and I'll have the customer, and I'll set the iPad down and talk to the customer just like this. And because it takes 2 billing cycles, they do what's called bill credit catch-up. To make up for missing the first month and the second month, they reimburse both those credits into that third bill, which drops it right down to like 75 bucks. Obviously, your fourth bill is going to be exactly what we quoted you, and that's what it's going to stay, but that third bill is going to be super, super cheap, right? Now, your first, second, and third bills will all be an exact average of that $120. So if your first bill is a little bit more expensive, your third bill is going to be that much cheaper to counteract it. And guys, I do explain exactly how to explain those 1 through 3 billing cycles. I do explain that in another video. Definitely recommend checking that out. But then we're gonna go ahead and move on. After I've explained that promotion details, which by the way, this is the most important part, so make sure that you do that, we jump into new phone setup. I tell the customer this: all right, Mr. Customer, all you have to do is take your old phone, put it on, set it next to your new phone, set it down on the counter. It's gonna take like 10 minutes to transfer literally everything over from your old phone to the new phone. We're talking photos, contacts, text messages, even down to the background picture of your phone and where your apps are located. Equipment return policy. Pretty self-explanatory. Mr. Customer, you have 14 days to play around with your phone before you decide, hey, listen, I didn't like the shade of black that I got. You can always return it or exchange it. You've got 14 days to do so. All-state protection. So if they got protection on their phone, you're going to tell them, hey, listen, you got insurance. It's included. It's already in there. Then you click agree to each one, and then you as the rep, you sign, and then the customer signs, yada yada, hit submit, hit okay, hit next. And then I tell the customer, okay, all we have left today is just the taxes on the phones of whichever card you'd like to use for the taxes, and you are all set for today. Go ahead and grab your card. We're done. Hope this video was useful for you guys. Make sure that you practice how to explain each one of those documents. If you need some help and would like to use or access a demo on SaraPlus to practice it yourself, talk to your manager, and I'm sure they'll give you a demo kit to be able to do a sale so that you can get some practice inside of SaraPlus. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, and we'll see you in the field.